Hello everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of Wondershare Filmora tutorial. So this is our chapter number 8, and we'll be learning color correction in Filmora. Okay, so here in this chapter, we'll be learning how you can adjust color in your video, how you can adjust the image, and there are different options under coloring. Okay, so under coloring, we do have basic, we do have the HSL, and there is color wheels, also curves. Okay, so I'll also show you guys how you can adjust coloring in your video or in your image and use it adjust it by looking at the graph of that. Okay, so I'll be explaining you all that, and also I'll be showing you how you can change the rounding, what actually looks good, and there is no such thing like you need to put any particular setting only for this kind of video. So whatever suits your eye, whatever looks good, whatever is quite advanced, when you feel that okay, now this particular video part is looking good, the coloring is good, so you guys can put all that in uh, this color correction. So let's get started with the class and let's learn how to do coloring. So back again at the workspace, and now we'll be taking one image as I have already imported. So I'll take this image in my video box, and we will just increase its size and put up a split that you guys can understand how it is different. Okay, so this part I will be editing this part from here, and this part will be the image, the original image. So to do the color correction, we'll come to the color option from here. And as you can see, once I came here, I do have few of the presets starting. The color, lighting, adjustment, vignette, color matching, and the HSL, and the color curves. Color wheel will be looking in all this of how you can adjust or do color correction in Filmora. Drag on top this audio meter. Okay, so now as you can see here in my preview panel, I do have this particular frame or this particular image. So now I will take this one, and these are few of the presets. I can just see, I can just apply. Okay, so this is one, this one is another one. Okay, so these are few of the presets which can be used. Okay, so I do have all this here, BNW flame, so it's kind of dark, and this is all we can basically choose. So I'll just increase this one that you guys can see properly. Okay, and now I have choose this dark film on, and I can actually increase or decrease the strength. Okay, here the strength is 100%, so it will look like this. If I decrease the strength, it will just kind of lighten up. Okay, so this is one way. And before starting on totally with the class, let me tell you guys that there is nothing uh, as such that you have to put these particular presets only for this kind of video, or only these settings you can apply. So there is nothing as such. You don't have any restriction what preset you can use, what color you can use, and what lighting you can use. It totally depends on yourself and what you think looks good on your image or your particular video. Okay, so it totally depends on you. No one is just limiting you. So now here, if I come to the color option, and suppose from here anything, if I don't want, I can just turn it off and I won't be able to open that thing. And once you think, okay, I don't like this LUT which I have just put, so always from here, you can just reset it here as well. So they do have many functions in the control panel which are quite user friendly. So before starting this class only, I have told you guys that how user friendly this particular video editing software is. So I hope you guys are understanding this one. So from here, what you can do is, if you want to auto balance this one, there is one option. If you just click on this, it will just auto balance your particular image, which is just already set in this computer that it will assess your uh, image, and it will then just take out those particular colors and it will just adjust it accordingly. And but if you want to adjust this according to you, in that case what you can do is you can come up here and you can change the temperature. Okay, so in temperature case, if I go on the left hand side, so it will give me a bluish coloration. Okay, so this is basically for winter or something like that, if you want to give that vibe. And if you want to give any sunny day vibe, you can click on this one. So there you can see the change in color, and you can change the tint from here. As you can see, I will just keep it somewhere here. You can change the vibrance according to you. Okay, you can see I will just put it till this much, and also the saturation level. Okay, so I'll just keep my saturation till here. So I hope you guys have understood. And suppose if you do have a particular color somewhere, so you can just take that particular color and just put it here. Okay, so this is one way you can do that. I'll just decrease the temperature. I hope you guys have understood this color option as well. And now let's go to this light option, okay? So here is, as I've chose this particular frame from here, I can choose the exposure. As you can see, it's going all dark when I'm just completely taking my exposure to -100. So I can take this and expose it to the highest level so it doesn't look that great. But depends on picture to picture or video to video as well. And I will also choose the brightness, and I can actually change the contrast. As you can see, what all changes it's doing here. You can look at the background as well, how it's changing. So I'll keep my contrast somewhere here. And this one is the highlight. It's just exposing the color in this particular part. Okay. So here I will do this much, and I'll put a little bit of shadow here. Okay. I'll arrange the whiteness of my image. As you can see, I'll just enhance, or if I go back, it will just there will be any white enhancement. And same here, the dark thing. So these are the dark part or the black part of my image. So it will focus on that and increase or decrease the coloration. So it auto detects that what all color you have in your image, and you can change it all those accordingly. So hope you have understood this light one as well. Come to this adjustment thing and you can sharpen down your image. As you can see, you can sharp this one. Okay, I'll just keep this here and you can do it according to your want. Come to the vignette option, and in the vignette option, this is quite important. Here you can select this amount. Here you can see the roundness. Okay. Once I am decreasing it, here you can see some black circle just here. Okay. And if I view the full frame, here you can see what it will somewhat look like this. As you can see, there is a rounding shape. Again, if I select this one, come here and just put it here, and you can adjust the size. Here, as you can see, uh, the circle size, you can adjust it from here. Okay, I'll keep it this much. And here you can do the roundness, like how round you want, or you don't want it that round. So I can choose this much, and you can choose the feather. As you can see, this particular layer, now it you can differentiate that there is another particular layer just on top of this. But what I'll do is I will just fade this one away, that it won't be understood properly. So now this looks good, and you are not able to distinguish that there is particular layer just on top of that. And you can choose the exposure. Okay, so I'll choose this much. You can also choose the particular highlight. Okay, so I will choose the highlight. I'll increase it from here, and yes, till this much it's done. And again, come to the color matching option, and you can compare the view. Okay, so here, as you guys can see, this one is the first image, the original one, and this is the one which I have just adjusted, okay? uh, which one I have put all these things, or I have adjusted the work. So as you guys can see, this is the image and this one is the original one. So here you can just click on OK, or if you're changing anything, you can do that as well. Okay. So if you want to match, you can match it. You can compare the view as well from here. Okay. So it will come side by side from here and you can get different views. As you can see, this is the edited one and this is before. And the same way you can come up here again and get a split view top and bottom. Here you can see this one is before and this is the after I edit. This looks kind of like this. Okay. So hope you guys have understood how you can actually work here. I'll off the color match option, come here again, and yes, this frame is quite done. And I can change the HSL, color curves and color wheel. So for that, let me just take up this video and let me delete this. I'll delete this one again. So hope you guys have understood till this much. Now let me drop down this video here on the timeline. I'll be editing the coloring of this particular video now. Okay, so let me come to this HSL option. Suppose I want to work with a particular color. Here in that case, I can choose a particular color from this panel and I can start working. Okay, so here as I have selected a orange color, I can actually put up the saturation. So here, as you can see in the background, this is kind of color like it is kind of orange, so I can change the saturation from here. As you can see now, this is deep orange in color, and here you can change the saturation of this particular color and all this. And suppose if I take green, as I do have all this in the frame, and if I change the hue of this, you can see a particular change here in this grass color, if you guys notice. So these are few minute changes that you guys will be doing, and it auto detected that what all color do I have in my frame. And here I do have these colors, and I can change those accordingly as I want. Here you can see I can change the hue of this color which I have. I can change the saturation of this, and once I come to this pink color, I can change the color here of this dress as well. Here, as you can see, I can change the saturation, luminance, and everything. So this is one way how we can do that, the frame coloring. And after that, if I come back and if I want to change anything down from here, from the HSL panel, I can just reset it anytime if I want. Okay. So HSL at the basic is clear about coloring. Now come to the color curves. Okay. As you can see, I do have the yellow, red, green, and blue. So if I want to particularly work with any blue color here or give it a blue discoloration of my video, I can just do it using my curve. Okay, as you can see, I can put up a bluish color here and I can do this somewhere here. I can adjust this particular layer according to my need. Okay, if I come up here somewhere, I can do that. If I want to work with something in green, I can work here something with something in green. And if I want to take this red layer, you can see I can take this layer as well. So these are a few ways how we can actually work on this particular file, and it depends on us totally that how you're going to work with all this. If you want to delete this, you can delete this, and with eyedropper tool particularly, you can select any color and apply it accordingly. So this is all about the curves, what all you can do using these color curves. And if you want to reset it, there is always the reset option. Okay, so it will reset all these settings if you click on here, and if you come here and reset, then it will reset one by one like this particular thing. So I'll reset this one and I'll reset this layer. Okay, so now let's come to the color wheels. Okay, So from here also, basically, you can change the highlight. Here, as you can see, you can change the highlight. You can actually change the mid tone of your video. As you can see, there is slight change here on the mid part, and also the shadows. Okay, so here you can select the shadows of what you want. And if you want to save all this setting, which I have just done right now as custom, I can click here and I can just give it a name that I can use it later. Then I will write it as color correction class. So I'll save this preset here in this name. So if I click OK, here you can see I have saved this one. So now this one is done. And now let's get a side-by-side view of the original panel and the edited version. So here you can see this is the edited video and this is the before, like this is the original video which I had. And after doing the color correction here, adjusting everything, here it looks kind of like this. And I can also get a left and right view. Here you can see they have splitted the same screen in two parts. You can see the change in the grass. You can see the change in the background as well. And here, if I want to get another view, like top and bottom view, here also you can see the change here in these two colors. Okay, here you can see, and here you can get a proper view of what all work you have done here. Let me come to this again here, back to my working panel. So I hope you guys have understood everything about coloring. So I have explained you guys about all the basic things, the presets, what we have here, the HSL, the color curves and the color wheel. So hope you guys now can color correct your own video and image, whichever you have. Okay, so you can actually edit all this and enhance the quality of your video. So in next class, we'll be learning about how you can use text and how you can put up a title or how you can put up a lower third with animation. I'll be showing you guys in the next class. So see you all in the next class. Till then, take care everyone and goodbye.